Most people think going broke happens all at once. You lose your job, a major expense hits. An emergency wipes out your savings. But for most people, that's not what happens. The real problem is much smaller. It's $100 here, $50 there, $20 that doesn't seem like a big deal. And then one day, you look at your bank account and wonder where all your money went. The truth is that most financial problems aren't caused by one giant mistake. They're caused by hundreds of tiny decisions that feel harmless in the moment. Today, we're going to talk about the $100 problem, why it keeps so many people stuck financially, and how fixing it can completely change your future. Section 1. The danger of small numbers. Our brains are terrible at understanding repetition. Spend $100 once and it feels noticeable. Spend $100 every week and somehow it feels normal. That's because each individual purchase seems small compared to our paycheck. A dinner out, a few online orders, a subscription you forgot about, a convenience purchase because you're tired. None of these things look dangerous on their own. But money doesn't disappear one transaction at a time. It disappears in patterns. $100 per week doesn't sound life-changing, but that's over $5,000 per year. And for many households, it's much more than that. The problem isn't that people spend money. The problem is that they underestimate how often they're spending it. Section 2. The leaking bucket. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water. You pour more and more in, but there are tiny holes everywhere. The bucket never fills up. Most people treat their finances exactly like this. They focus on earning more, another raise, another side hustle. More overtime and earning more can absolutely help. But if money keeps leaking out through dozens of small spending habits, higher income often doesn't solve the problem. This is why some people making six figures still feel broke. It's not always an income problem. Sometimes it's a spending pattern problem. More money flowing in doesn't help much if more money is flowing out. Section 3. The invisible cost. Here's where things get interesting. The real cost of a $100 purchase isn't always $100. It's what that money could have done instead. Economists call this opportunity cost. Let's say you spend $100 on something you barely remember a week later. That same $100 could have reduced debt. It could have built your emergency fund. It could have been invested. One decision isn't life-changing, but thousands of decisions over years absolutely are. The challenge is that opportunity cost is invisible. You see the thing you bought. You don't see the future options you gave up. And because you can't see them, they're easy to ignore. Section 4. Why smart people still fall for it. This isn't about intelligence. Smart people struggle with this too, because spending is emotional. We're tired after work. We want convenience. We want rewards. We want a little happiness after a stressful day. Companies understand this incredibly well. That's why buying something today is usually easier than saving for something tomorrow. The purchase gives an immediate reward. The benefit of saving feels distant. Your brain naturally favors the immediate reward. That's normal human behavior. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. Section 5. The power of the reverse $100. Now for the good news. The same principle works in your favor. If small spending decisions compound, small saving decisions compound too. Imagine finding just $100 per week. Not through extreme sacrifice. Just by eliminating purchases that don't actually improve your life. That's over $5,000 per year. After a few years, that's a meaningful emergency fund. It could pay off debt. It could fund investments. It could create options. And options are what financial stability is really about. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy choices. And having choices reduces stress. Section 6. The question that changes everything. Before spending money, ask yourself one simple question. Will I still be happy I bought this a month from now? Not everything needs to be optimized. Not every dollar needs to be invested. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But many purchases provide only a few minutes of satisfaction. Meanwhile, the financial consequences last much longer. The goal isn't to stop spending. The goal is to spend intentionally. Because intentional spending creates room for intentional saving. Most people don't go broke because of one catastrophic decision. They go broke because of hundreds of tiny decisions that seem insignificant. The $20 purchase, the $50 purchase, the $100 purchase. Individually, they're small. Together, they can determine whether you're constantly stressed about money or slowly building financial security. The good news is that you don't need a lottery ticket. You don't need a six-figure raise. You don't need a perfect budget. You just need to start paying attention to the small decisions. Because the same small decisions that can keep you broke can also make you stable. And stability is often built $100 at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.